Grand Rising, my little cherubs. Welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. First of all, welcome in my A1 Day Ones. Thank you so much for your support. And also welcome to my newbies. Please consider hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell just so that you're aware of when I upload. I'm very sporadic. It's not a weekly thing yet. So please hit the notification bell so you know when I upload another video, okay? And lastly, I love reading all of your comments. Thank you so much for feeling safe enough to share with me. I actually feel privileged, so thank you. Now, I'm going to jump straight in, but I'm also going to leave timestamps. I've got a download, and this is a collective reading today. So, I'll be back with the reading. Bear with me. Hello, my little darlings. So, welcome back to my channel, Red Fire Flags. I've got to say it again. I've got a collective reading for you today, and basically this is going to be on the eclipse coming up for the 8th. So how is the eclipse going to be affecting you, my darlings, in the collective? And I've got a lovely little notebook as well, so I'm going to be reading my little download that I got, because I'm no more little weird bits of paper all over the place, hopefully. So there we go. It's a couple of pages. So bear with me while I figure it out. I've got some eyesight issues at the moment, so that I might stumble a bit, but bear with me. Okay, so the image I got instantly when I started to focus on your energies was the phoenix. And it was like rising from the ashes. So I wrote down here, rising from the ashes, growth and renewal. Your mind's on the future successes, your finances. You have a brand new mindset. And if you don't have that now, it's like you're already going to have that. So this is looking forward into the 8th, and the energy that I was picking up after the 8th. So it's going to speak as if it's already here, but that's just how it came out. So bear with me. It's bringing you it's bringing you healing from past pains and from things that have come to light recently about people that you loved and were very close to. You are also going to be releasing fear of abandonment, releasing anything that is codependent or even feels codependent. Releasing the urge to chase karmic relationships and situations. You'll be cutting ties, moving on to receiving your divine inheritance. This came out a lot like bullet points. So this felt very matter of fact. So yeah. I also picked up as well that you'll be making healthier choices, progression. And I feel like when I was hearing progression, I heard my other spirit guide say, yeah, strap in tight, because it's going to be fast. I feel that you're arriving at your peace, you're leveling up. So a few of you may have gone through a dark night of the soul recently, have come out the other side feeling a bit sensitive. I also feel like there's some tremors going on from the inside out on some of you as well. And it's not because you're cold, it's not because you're scared, it's just this weird little shake. And I'm gonna try and figure out why that is, but I'm picking up on that little shake. I feel like it's because of that level up. I feel like it's because of how quick everything is gonna be. It's like stepping from one dimension into another. It's that quick. For some of you, you are reaching a higher level of commitment to yourself and a union with your inner child. For others, in a healthy connection that is happy and safe, you're heading towards a deeper level of commitment. I.e., if you're not married, then maybe marriage if that's what you want. If you're kind of just seeing somebody and it's going really well and it's healthy, that you're in great communication, then you're moving in together. Whatever stage your relationship or your connection is in, if you are in one, then you'll be leveling up. So take that and apply it as is. If you've just started seeing someone 6 months ago, you might not be getting married to that person in the next 3 months. Do you see what I mean? So be realistic. And last, but by no means least, some of you are finally one second, I'm struggling because I've got eyesight problems. Sorry. Some of you are finally separating from a situation or from somebody or something that isn't for you. All right. Some of you have found out and have realised finally that whatever the situation is, whether you're in work, whether it's to do with your person or a person or whatever, you're finally realising that where you are right now, whatever the situation is, you're not meant to be there. So you're separating yourself from whatever or whomever it is. Whatever it was or whatever the situation is, it was hiding, it was masking something. So whether the feelings were being hidden or the true motivations were being hidden, or it was pretending to be something else or someone else, I feel like you're moving away from that. You're separating from anybody that's putting you in a situation where you feel gaslit or that's leaving you feel uncertain in any way. You are walking into your bliss, my darlings, okay? And your happiness. And for some of you, you're walking into this true love, whether it's a true love with somebody else or with yourself, it's irrelevant. What I got though with all of this is that whatever stage that you're at is that you are moving forward no matter what. This eclipse is putting you in a position where the status quo that was yesterday is no longer gonna be tolerated. I feel like you're ready to take your power back. It's like, dear future, I'm ready, here I am. And I feel like this tremor that I'm picking up is kind of like a fear as well, even though it's not, I'm not scared. It's like a little bit of it's not a fear, it's like an uncertainty. It's like the unknown. Apprehension. I feel a little bit apprehensive. I think that's the word that I'm looking for. So I'm gonna shuffle some oracle cards and we're gonna jump straight in. Sorry about that, just needed some water. So I'm going to shuffle some cards. We're going to be shuffling these oracles today. They look a bit like this. And I think we're going to be using these as well, and they look like this. All right? I say think because I'll get into shuffling and then all of a sudden they'll say, no, use these ones. And I've got about 5 decks on the table today. So we'll see. Okay. Divine Mother and Father, Most High Mother and Father, what is going to be coming in for the collective after the 8th, after the eclipse? What is the eclipse bringing in for the collective, please? What do they need to know? What messages have you got for the collective, for the eclipse coming in on the 8th of April, please, Spirit? Okay. So we've got a few that came out. We have got disputes in reverse. I'm not going to read it in the reverse, but it came out as a reverse. We've got truth, storm, and they came out in the reverse as well. We've got bonding and happiness, and we've got heartbreak. So I immediately am picking up, this is a moving on. So I feel like a few of you have recently, like I picked up earlier, have recently found out something about somebody. I feel like this left you in some sort of turmoil, in some sort of pain, and it broke the bond, it broke the intimacy between the two of you. I also feel here that between some of you, you're actually married to this person. There's been some legal issues that weren't exactly moving forward the way that they should. I feel like there was a lot of upheaval involved in this. Person very much lied to you in this situation. They broke the bond, but somehow it's your fault, I'm hearing. And so the mask has come out in reverse as well. These cards usually don't come out in the reverse because they're all the right way up. But the mask has slipped. It says not showing one's true self, and the mask is upside down. So I'm assuming that you can now see this person for who they are, like I picked up in the download earlier on. I love when the cards come out and literally confirm the download that I got. It blows my mind. But at the same time, I love the confirmation for obvious reasons. Third party interference. So I do feel like something came out about this connection, about the situation. So even if this is not a relationship, if you were in a job and you were going for a promotion or something, I feel like there was somebody that may have lied about you. There was something that may have happened in regard to that job. There was an interference. Whether this is a family situation, somebody got in the way, somebody got in the middle, there was an interference. But for the most part, I am feeling very strongly that somebody got brokenhearted here. And this eclipse is bringing you through that. I feel like after the 8th, you'll realise where like this wasn't meant to be. And I think that you're going to feel, if you're not already feeling relieved by the situation, or relieved by being away from this person or this energy, because it feels really heavy, then you're about to, then the 8th will bring you that. And we've got the obstacles come out in reverse as well. It's really weird how these cards are coming out in the reverse. I must check the deck. The deck isn't in the reverse. But blockages are being removed. I feel like this person was a block. This person or this situation, whether it was a job or whatever, this was blocking you from your bliss, from your happiness, from you stepping forward into who you want to be. This eclipse is bringing forward truth. You can't hide, I'm hearing, anymore. Nothing can hide anymore. I do feel like you're moving forward from this bond. So if you felt like you were trapped at this job, or you were trapped in your family situation, or you were trapped with a person or a partner, that feels like that's being released now. Sorry, there's a map bike outside. I see that's confirmation. That feels like it's being released right now. By the time the 8th has come and gone, I feel like you're being set free. Being set free, sorry, we've got the addiction card that came out. I feel like you're being set free from unhealthy attachments, from addictions. Like I picked up earlier on, and I've read it in the download, they will be making healthy choices. So I feel like a lot of you realise that whatever this is, this person, this place, this thing, this house, whatever your situation is, this is a general reading. Please take it and apply it as it fits to you, and it's a collective reading. There's going to be lots of messages, and so all of it might apply and some of it might apply. Please use your discernment. But for most of you here, whatever the situation has been, or for all of you here, sorry, whatever the situation has been, whether that's been work, a relationship, family, blah, blah, whatever, you are releasing unhealthy attachments. You've said to yourself, do you know what? I am so out of here. I'm out of here. You're on for, I don't want my, good times. It's a little bit of a racy card. Then there's no naked body bits, but I don't really want to show certain things on my channel, so I'm just not going to be in the habit of doing that. But yeah, the good time card has come out, and so I feel like you're in search of good times. You've got the sacred union as well that's come out. So, this is again echoing the union I'm picking up, whether you are going into union with yourself and you are reuniting with your inner child and with parts of yourself that you had thought was long gone, or you're uniting with somebody in general. That's exactly what's happening. You're leaving heartbreak behind. You're leaving behind the 8th. Listen, this eclipse for you, my darlings. You are leaving behind shattered dreams. You're leaving behind things that didn't work, people, places. You are cutting your losses and you are out. And there are going to be some people around that are not going to understand that. But it's not your job to make them understand. They should have done the work. And if they haven't done the work, they're not going to be able to stay in line with you, because you are ascending, darling. You are moving up, moving forward, moving on. Healing heart. Healing heartbreak, toxicity, or addiction, abusive relationship. This eclipse on the 8th is bringing in healing for you. It's bringing in a space where you can find your joy again. You're letting go of anything that feels wrong, that anything that could be abusive in any way, shape or form. And there are many different ways that we can be abused. And for some of you, I'm hearing, you felt like you deserved that for some reason. You felt like you weren't worthy of anything more than that. But that's healing. The 8th is going to, you know, you've been healing. You've been doing a lot of work over the period of time. So the 8th isn't just going to magically, you're not just going to magically wake up on the 8th and just be like a completely different person. You've been putting in the effort. The 8th and time and the days past the 8th, it's bringing in that realization of how much work you've done. It's allowing you to see just how far you've come, just how good you've done. You've done an amazing job. The 8th is opening you up also to new experiences. What else have we got for the 8th, please, in the collective? What's coming in for this eclipse? What can they look forward to? They've done so much work. What's coming in for them, please, Spirit? Got the mask again. I'm laughing because this again, it's just confirming. I've got another deck. Should have just said to you, I've got another deck. I've got these that look like this. You're done with people that are hiding their true feelings, that pretend to be something that they're not. The big man I am, the this, the that, the big talk. You're done with all of that. And it's not even, I think the reason the mask keeps coming out as well is because you lot are seeing people for who they are. No matter what facade they're putting on. You can see when they mean you no good. They mean ill will. They've got hidden agendas and motivations, and you're picking up on that instantly now, whether that's people from the past, whether that's people that's in your present, whether that's people that are coming in. You are no longer allowing people to come in and do the whip whap wop. Why would you say that? The whip whap wop. Which is basically just coming in as bullshit. You are no longer taking any of that. You're stripping people of their mask as well. If somebody's talking some stuff and you know better, you're going to be telling them. If you haven't already started that, that's what's going to be happening. I'm picking up as well. We've got the golden mirror. Narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, one-sided. Like I picked up earlier on, you are moving away from all of that. You're stepping away from anybody who feels like this, who has this type of energy, any type of energy that is just looking to leech off of you and suck you dry. Because most of you that come here to my readings and that are attracted to my readings are most definitely high level entities out here. You're definitely on a different journey, on a spiritual journey. And no matter how far you are on that journey, or wherever your stage may be, you carry a certain energy, and there'd be certain people that are attracted to you because of that. I feel like you are seeing it. Like I said, you're seeing people for who they are. I don't feel like people are going to be able to hide. We've got talking. And what I get from this card here, it says here, interested, awaiting messages, texts, calls, emails, talking more. And what I pick up here is when I was saying earlier on in the download that your connection, whatever that is deepening, whether it's with yourself, whether it's with the Most High, whether it's with your children, whether it's with whomever, whatever. You're deepening your levels of connection. You're also changing the way that you communicate. See, instead of just saying, I'm fine, you're going to say, do you know what? I'm having a shitty day today. I'm sure it'll be better tomorrow anyway. And that's it. But you're no longer lying to yourself at all. Or anybody else around you. You're not pretending. You're not wearing a mask. And you're not allowing anybody else to either. Alright? And we've got somebody who's interested in you coming in as well after the 8th. We've got the teddy bear. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, wanting to date. So for a lot of you who are not in connections and who are looking for a connection, after the 8th is bringing in that. And we've got a delivery fan. Not for me. But after the 8th, a delivery is coming in for you. A delivery of that person. The person that you kind of have known has always been out there for you. It's weird, it sounds a bit cliche, but has never really arrived. And I feel like you going through this massive stage of healing, you've been going through it a while, and I feel like a lot of the time you've been saying to yourself, is it ever going to end? I get over one hurdle and then there's a mountain. But you finally got to that point where things have started to slow down and you're able to smell the coffee and just really appreciate how far you've come on this journey. You've done a lot of healing. A lot of you are ready to unite with your person. A few of you do subscribe to the twin soul thing, and that's okay if you do. There's nothing wrong with that. I subscribe to the high level soulmate part of it, but there is nothing wrong with twin souls. You are trying to find your counterpart. You are trying to find that person that, you know, you can have the rest of your days with. And I think most of us are trying to do that. We just, you know, some of us are a bit more cautious than others. I feel here though, for a lot of you, you're stepping into this, you know, I don't like to do love readings and stuff like that, but that's a lot of what's coming up. It's just this love for yourself, this new love, this new person. This isn't a person that you know at all. This isn't a person you have encountered before. This is a brand new person that's coming in for you. Do I want these? This is a brand new person that's coming in for you. I want these instead. So let's have a look. See what else we've got. What's coming in, please, for the collective on the 8th, please? What's the deal with this new person coming in? What's going on around their finances and stuff? What can they look forward to? They've already moved. There we go. What else have we got here? I know. Right. 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more. I'm not taking those because I dropped them. 2 more, please, Spirit. 2 more. 1 more, please. 1 more, please. One more, please, Spirit. 1 more. Oh, thank you. Right, so we have got celebration, abundance, fate, detours, divine intervention, cycles, completion, past, lack and suffering, and third eye, clarity. I've missed out a couple of words on there, sorry. So for the celebration one, we've got gifts and abundance. You know, you're stepping into your power, into who you are, who you were always designed or meant to be, or who you agreed to become. A lot of the old ideas, a lot of the old traditions are falling away from you. That red glitter is so pretty. It's bringing in celebration. You're having a moment to celebrate, to receive your gifts, your divine inheritance, your abundance. And we've got fate, detours, and divine intervention. No one can stop what's already there for you. You know, they can light as many candles as they like. They can make as many wishes. They can call the piper. Call who you like. But no one can take away what the Divine Most High has already ordained for you. They may be able to slow it down a little bit. They might be able to put a little bit of an obstacle in the way, but we all know the Divine, the Most High, Mother and Father, will never allow that to be a thing. The only person that can stop what you are destined to have, or who you're destined to be, is you. So what you'll find is that people will come along and they will try to get you to take detours. They'll try to get you to forsake your divine inheritance, to change how you think about things and how you feel, to poison you and for you to poison yourself. So, you know, the only person that can ruin it is you. And so this is why people come in and try to mess with you, It's, you know, I hear a lot of the time people say, why would Spirit send me this person if this person wasn't meant to be for me? How do you know Spirit sent that person for you? You don't. Why would God send someone in for me and this, that and the other and blah, blah, blah? It's a cop-out. Because how do you know God sent that person for you? How do you know? You don't. You don't. Because even in that big book, the devil was God's favourite angel once. So you never know who's who. And then the only person that could ruin what's meant for you is you. And that is by not allowing the divine to intervene when it's necessary. To break down all of those walls, to level everything, to bring you a tower moment. This just smacks of tower to me. And this is all divine intervention. So yes, things feel like they've been burnt to shit. And yes, the things that you may have wanted or the people that you may have wanted to be around weren't around and stuff like that. And, you know, it's not a why me. It should be thank you, because they weren't worth it. It wasn't worth it. And it was never meant for you. Does that make sense? So the 8th, the eclipse, all of that good stuff, it's bringing in acceptance. You understanding sometimes things just ain't meant for you. And you're ending the cycles. And I didn't read that word because it says change. You're changing your mindset. You're ending cycles of stubbornness, of putting yourself through unnecessary pain by trying to hold on to people, places and things that are not meant for you. Sometimes we've got a cycle from a previous life that we have signed up to completing here. Doesn't mean that person was meant for us. Doesn't mean that thing was meant for us. It doesn't mean that it's for us. And sometimes something is for us, just not forever. Sometimes it's for us for the moment. And that's it. But you've completed some cycles, okay? And you're a bit worn, a bit battered, a bit bruised. But you've completed them, nevertheless. You've done an amazing job. You are releasing those past pains, all right? The 8th is bringing you into a space where you're changing your mindset. You don't want to be in lack. You don't want to put yourself through this unnecessary suffering. You're starting to understand that the pie is big enough for everybody and that, you've got something to offer the world. You've got wonderful gifts that if you can accept them for what they are, you can monetize them. And before you know it, you're not dependent on anybody or anything apart from you. And most of you don't want to be rich and rolling in it. Some of you just want to be comfortable enough so you ain't got to worry about where the light bill's coming in from. And you'll get there. And the last card is clarity. Third eye clarity. This eclipse, this solar eclipse that's coming in on the 8th of April, this is bringing in clarity. You're able to see people for who they are, like I picked up earlier. People's masks are slipping. And even if they're not, you can see behind them anyway. So you already know that that's not who or what they say they are. You're moving on from a victim mentality. You're finding your purpose. You're stepping into your true divinity. Okay? You are leaving your comfort zone. You've got the South Node. You're leaving your comfort zone. You're stepping away from this need, like I picked up earlier on, to chase things or to cling to things that are not meant for you. And the 8th is bringing in the courage for you to confront your triggers, to confront things that are not right, and not be scared of conflict. Not be scared to speak up for yourself. What else have we got for the collective, please, Spirit? And we've got the inner child card. So for a lot of you here, this isn't even a relationship with a person. For a lot of you, this is the relationship with yourself. You are healing the relationship and the connection with you. You're healing your relationship and connection with food, with alcohol, with anything that you've been using to self-medicate or anything that you've been using to dull or desensitize yourself. I'm also picking up here that a lot of you are saying sorry to your inner child over the next couple of days. All right. Self-care. So during this time, my lovely, please take time to take care of you and your energy, okay? Protect yourself. Light a white candle and ask for protection. If you like to do the odd candle thing, chuck a bit of sea salt at your door if you like a bit of that. Grab a bit of rosemary if you want a bit of that, or a bit of tourmaline. But protect yourself any way you feel need to. If you want to ask God, ask your angels, ask whatever. But you're going to need to ask for some extra protection. And some of you are going to feel tired and a little bit fragile around this time. And that's because, you know, you've done a lot of work and you're still doing a lot of work. And sometimes it can just get exhausting. Be good to yourself. Take time out. Some of you need to really take a moment to go to a spa. Okay? And I did pick up earlier on there was going to be a separation of some sort. So you're separating yourself from things, from people, and from places, whether it's painful or not. Because your, you know, short-term pain is nothing compared to the long-term suffering that you've been under, or that you are frightened of being under. But for the most part, it's what you've been involved in. You have been suffering for quite some time in some way. And you're separating yourself from that. And the South Node and the North Node came up again. So for some of you, that might be quite significant. Okay. For some of you, you're really sort of, you know, you're being weighed down. And for some of you, you know, you're trying to get to that point where you can step into your cosmic self, into being free, and into your divine inheritance, into your purpose. But you're definitely breaking cycles. You're releasing toxicity. You're releasing people and places and things. A lot of you after the 8th as well. You know, I feel like a lot of you are taking on some sort of improvement in some way. I'm seeing people dyeing their hair, or moving house, or doing a rearranging, or some sort of upscale thing or something. But you're improving. So much improvement is coming in for you. And I feel like I said earlier on, hold on tight. Because it's going to be a quick ride. Might not necessarily be bumpy, but it's going to be fast. Right, let's grab these. Let's look at this relationship coming in quickly. What's going on with this connection that's coming in for some of these guys here that have come to this reading after the eclipse? What's the connection, please? Okay. So So for a lot of you, I've got here moment, and we've got true love. And on moment it says, think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. Let's scrap that. I thought I'd read it anyway because there's words on the card and you'd want to know what they say, right? But that's not the energy that I'm picking up. Zoop, zoop. The energy that I'm getting is for some of you who want that true love, who want that person to come in, start to kind of take little steps with that. So, you know, get up in the morning and kind of imagine yourself in that space with that special somebody and the qualities that they have. You don't necessarily want to imagine their face or anything like that because it does get a bit weird. But what you want to do is imagine the qualities of that person. Sit down with yourself, maybe write down what it is you want. And stop thinking about what you don't want, because you already know what you don't want. And if you see it, you don't want it. You don't need to think about it. You already know you don't want it. Do you get it? Just think about what you do want. And true love is definitely coming in for you guys. It comes in when you least expect it. It says it on the card, and I stand by that statement right there. It comes in when you least expect it. This person that's coming in for you is that person you've been looking for. And for a lot of you who are a little bit more mature, I'm picking up for a few of you like 50, 53, 54 ages, and thought that this would never happen. Better dust off that hat. Some of you might not want to wear a white dress, but you should wear something white and nice and pretty and frilly. I always think that, you know, if you want to be frilly on your wedding day, you should. Don't worry about what anyone else has got to say. And some of you like the frilly, lacy bits. Go for it. But for a lot of you who thought that this true love person, this thing was never going to happen for you, the 8th is bringing that in for you, my darlings. This eclipse is going to be life-changing for everybody that's come here for this reading. It's going to be life-changing in whatever way you see it. Whether your divine inheritance is financial, or whether it's to do with love or a new home or security. Whatever it is that you deem as your inheritance, that's what that is. And for everybody that looks different. It's like success. For everybody, success looks different. So for some of you, that's a monetary thing. It's monetary value, and it's that. And for others, it's security, where like a home is concerned, and a family. For a few of you, it's that special person that you can. I'm seeing. I can't stop seeing it. But I keep seeing a cruise ship, and stuff like that. So for a few of you, you're meeting somebody that you can go on cruises with, that you've always wanted to go on like little excursions with. This is somebody who likes to travel the way that you do. For a few of you, you just like to sit in the garden. There's nothing wrong with that. And have a cup of tea. And the garden's nicely manicured. For one of you, you've got a really nice garden. I'm going to come around and do mine. But the garden's really well manicured. And this is somebody who likes to manicure the garden. You're finding that thing. That companionship. Oh God, that is a lovely word. I'm hearing companion. Which is, you know, it's definitely worth getting up in the morning for, I guess. So, that has been the energy that I've picked up for you guys. I hope it resonates in some way. All right, that is going to be your collective for what's the 8th of April. I'm going to bring in for you that solar eclipse. I'm going to do a pick a card reading as well. So, whether I upload that tonight or tomorrow, it will be before the 8th. So, you can get more of an in-depth look at how this eclipse is going to affect you. All right, so my darlings, you take care of yourself. Have a fantastic evening, day, morning, whatever the time is, wherever you are, and remember to like, share and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below in the comment section. I really enjoy reading your comments, and thank you for kicking this reading. And if you've got to the end, then mention pink bunny ears in the comments so that I know you got to the end of the video. Have a good night.